Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the podcast where we plunge into fascinating subjects, trying to sift through all the noise and bring you the clearest, most compelling insights.
That's the goal.
Today, we're journeying back to a story that has, I think it's fair to say, captivated and moved generations. Wilson Rawls, Where the Red Fern Grows.
Oh, absolutely. A classic.
For so many of us, this isn't just another book. It's almost like a foundational experience, a tale that really etches itself onto your heart.
It really does stick with you, that emotional power.
Exactly. And this particular classic resonates with such unique emotional power, often because it speaks to these, universal experiences of love, loss, and that whole journey of becoming. So our mission for this deep dive is to truly unpack its most potent symbol, that almost mythical red fern, and connect it with the novel's profound, enduring themes.
And we've been looking at some really insightful analyses from lit charts to help guide us.
We have. And they're helping us see exactly why this singular image holds such lasting significance, not just for the main character, Billy Coleman, but maybe for your own understanding of life's intricate cycles, too.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's discover not just what the red fern is, but why it truly matters.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The red fern. It makes its, striking and unforgettable appearance right at the very end of the novel.
Right, the climax, emotionally speaking.
It sprouts with this incredible vibrancy, almost magically,
Yeah.
between the two graves of Billy's beloved coonhounds, Old Dan and Little Ann.
Such a poignant image.
And it's not just some subtle little sprig either.
Yeah.
The book paints this picture of a truly magnificent giant fern, grown over 2 feet tall, it says.
Yeah, huge and glowing with this almost otherworldly crimson hue.
It's a moment that can still give you chills, honestly, even years after first reading it.
It absolutely does. And what's fascinating here is that the fern is immediately elevated beyond just being, a weird plant by an old Indian legend.
Ah, the legends, right.
Our sources tell us this isn't just any legend, it's quite profound. It claims the red fern first sprouted in a spot where a young boy and girl, lost in a blizzard, froze to death.
Oh, wow. Heavy.
Yeah. And here's the crucial part. It said that only an angel can plant its seeds, marking that particular place as sacred.
Sacred, so that word choice is key.
Totally key. This ancient lore instantly imbues the fern with this almost divine destined significance, doesn't it? It transforms a plant into, a sacred marker.
Yeah, it's not just nature anymore.
Exactly. And this legendary context is what connects the red fern directly to its primary symbolic meaning. The sanctity of the spirit and the astonishing possibility of rebirth and renewal.
Rebirth. Even right there in the face of death and loss.
Especially there, in the face of immense death and seemingly unbearable loss. For Billy, seeing this sacred fern grow over his dog's graves is, it's far more than just a touching detail.
It feels like a turning point.
It is, a pivotal, almost spiritual turning point. Before this moment, Billy's grief was just raw, wasn't it? All-consuming.
Totally. He was really struggling.
Yeah, clinging to memories, battling this intense, almost childlike sorrow. But the appearance of this fern, steeped in legend, it provides a kind of framework for his pain.
Like it gives it meaning.
Exactly. It elevates Old Dan and Little Ann's deaths from just a crushing personal tragedy to something with a deeper, maybe even faded meaning. And this acceptance, it allows him to finally make peace.
Mm-hmm.
It helps him move beyond his childish notions of life and death, as Lit Charts puts it, and step firmly into a more mature, accepting understanding of life's painful cycles. It really marks an integral part of his coming-of-age journey.
That's such a powerful point, how a physical symbol can offer that kind of spiritual solace. And it's not just temporary, is it?
No, not at all.
The older Billy, looking back years later, he says, "Part of my life is buried there, too." That's a line that always sticks with me. It feels like it goes so much deeper than just the dogs.
Oh, absolutely.
What specifically do you think that quote reveals about the fern's symbolism for Billy? Like, what part of his life is he really talking about?
That quote is incredibly telling, yeah. And you're right, it's about much more than just his beloved hounds. Billy's reflection there reveals that the red fern isn't merely marking the burial site of his dogs.
It's marking something in him.
Exactly. It externalizes and profoundly symbolizes the death of a part of Billy's life. Specifically, the innocence of his boyhood and his youthful, maybe somewhat naive understanding of the world.
Okay, that makes sense.
Think about it. His entire childhood, or a huge chunk of it, revolved around this dream, right? Getting those coon hounds, training them, hunting with them.
It was everything to him.
Everything. That era of his life, defined by that pure, uncomplicated ambition and the boundless love for his dogs, it effectively ends when they pass away. So the fern then becomes this visible, almost sacred marker for that profound internal shift. It signifies that this loss is so huge, it basically necessitates the end of one defining chapter of his life.
So that a new one can start.
Precisely. So that a new chapter, filled with a more mature, maybe even philosophical understanding, can begin to grow. It's a real crossroads moment, and it's solidified by that symbol.
And the family's reaction is interesting too, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Very revealing. Mama is just utterly in awe. Her spiritual side immediately grasps its extraordinary nature.
But Papa, he's usually the practical one.
Right. Papa, who's initially, pragmatic, prone to dismissing superstitious hogwash and that sort of thing, yet faced with the undeniable reality of this magnificent fern,
He can't deny it.
he concedes. He says, perhaps there is something to the legend of the red fern. Maybe this is God's way of helping Billy understand why his dogs died.
Wow, even him.
Even him. And this isn't just a throwaway line. It's a moment where even the grounded, rational parent seeks and finds spiritual comfort, a deeper meaning in something inexplicable.
And Billy himself.
Billy confirms it. He says, I feel different now, and I don't hurt anymore. And that's not just like feeling better for a second. It's a testament to the fern's profound ability to help him process and genuinely heal.
Moving from that crippling grief
To a place of acceptance and understanding. It's like a spiritual balm, really.
It's incredible how one image, just a plant, can carry so much weight, so much meaning, and provide that deep solace.
Yeah, it really is.
So, okay, if the red fern marks this deeply personal, almost spiritual shift for Billy, how does that personal transformation kind of echo the bigger universal messages Rawls weaves through the whole novel?
Good question.
I'm particularly interested in how this symbol connects to that really big theme of the circle of life and coming of age.
Okay, yeah. If we connect this to the bigger picture, the red fern truly is a perfect manifestation of that theme, the circle of life and coming of age.
How so?
Well, the novel doesn't shy away from presenting Billy with the harsh realities of the natural world and really of life itself.
No, it definitely doesn't. It could be brutal.
Right. He experiences and witnesses violence, cruelty, death, from the brutal struggle of the hunt to the heartbreaking loss of his animals, and even, the dangers from nature, like that mountain lion attack. Intense moments.
And Rawls, the author, uses these instances, which Litchurch describes as necessary but often ugly or frightening parts of the circle of life, to show Billy's maturation, his growing up.
So the fern fits into that cycle.
Perfectly. The fern sprouting directly from the site of death, vibrant and beautiful, it vividly highlights this relentless, undeniable cycle of loss and new beginnings.
Life coming from death.
Exactly. It's a visual representation of life, asserting itself, regenerating, finding beauty, even in the aftermath of tragedy. It teaches Billy that death isn't just an endpoint, but part of a larger ongoing cycle.
It makes you think. Consider how the natural world cycles, like seasons changing, trees losing leaves and growing them back.
Yeah.
How they often mirror our own personal journeys. Growth, loss, and then renewed understanding. It's kind of a fundamental rhythm, isn't it? It really is, a rhythm we all experience.
Yeah, it really hammers home that link between the raw, sometimes tough truths of nature and our own human development. But okay, beyond the cycles of life and death, what about the deep emotional core of this story?
The heart of it.
What is that profound, intense relationship that really forms the heart of the novel, and how does the red fern specifically speak to that?
Well, you've definitely hit upon one of the novel's most enduring and, frankly, beloved aspects.
Yeah.
At its core, the novel profoundly explores the lessons of a dog's love.
That bond.
That incredible bond. It dives into the beautiful, almost sacred relationship between a boy and his dogs, emphasizing Billy's lifelong promise to care for them.
They're more than just pets.
Oh, way more. Old Dan and Little Ann are like extensions of Billy's own spirit, his companions, his partners, almost his children in a way.
Yeah.
And through their unwavering loyalty, their distinct personalities, Old Dan's bravery, Little Anne's intelligence, and sweetness Rawls is arguing that we humans can learn important lessons by learning to see dogs as these soulful, feeling, capable creatures.
You really feel that connection reading it.
Fiercely intense, isn't it? Built on mutual respect and this unspoken understanding that just transcends words. And the profound depth of that connection is precisely what makes the Red Fern's appearance so incredibly impactful.
Ah, okay.
It's impactful in processing Billy's immense grief. Without that deep, almost spiritual bond with Old Dan and Little Anne, the fern, for all its legendary power, it wouldn't carry the same weight.
It honors them.
It honors their specific, unique lives and the incredible love they shared with Billy.
Yes. And this intense emotion.
Yeah.
It also connects to another theme, right? Masculinity.
Yes, absolutely. And this intense emotional landscape also raises an important question regarding another key theme, masculinity and emotion.
Which is interesting given the time it was written.
Exactly. The novel, for its time, is actually quite groundbreaking in how it treats this. Think about the era it was written in, the prevailing social norms back then.
Boys don't cry, that kind of thing.
Pretty much. Young male protagonists were often expected to be stoic, right? To suppress outward displays of emotion. Yet Billy, our young hero, emotes openly and deeply throughout the story.
He really does. He cries, he grieves.
Intensely. He expresses profound love and despair. And what's more, his father, who you might see as a figure of traditional masculinity, actually encourages Billy's softer side.
He didn't tell him to just man up.
No, he empathizes, he comforts him, he guides him through it. And this really challenges those traditional rigid notions of masculinity, which often discourage showing vulnerability.
So how does the fern play into that?
Well, the Red Fern provides this powerful, almost spiritual means for Billy to navigate and process his profound grief. It offers a kind of spiritual and natural justification for his deep emotional response.
Like it gives him permission to feel that deeply.
In a way, yeah. It gives cultural permission, maybe, for a young male to experience and express such overwhelming sorrow without it being seen as weakness. It reshapes our understanding of male emotional expression within the story.
Showing vulnerability as human, even sacred.
Exactly. Not as a weakness, but as a deeply human, even sacred experience.
That's a truly fascinating connection, especially considering the time period. It shows that strength isn't just about being tough, but about feeling deeply.
Well put.
So how does the setting itself, the rugged yet undeniably beautiful Ozarks, how does that further enrich the Red Fern symbolism and all these themes we're discussing? Does the landscape almost become a character?
Oh, absolutely. The setting is foundational. The natural world theme is incredibly strong here, almost personified. The Ozark Mountains are nearly a character themselves.
You really feel that when reading it.
Don't you? The novel is just filled with rich description of nature, showcasing Billy's deep reverence for the beauty all around him. He doesn't just live in nature. He lives with it. He's part of it.
And he prefers it to town life.
Massively. His disdain for even the small cities highlights just how deeply connected he is to this untamed environment. For Billy, the wilderness is a place of profound challenge, yes, but also immense comfort, beauty, and even spiritual encounter.
So the fern fits right into that landscape.
Perfectly. The red fern, this natural phenomenon, becomes imbued with supernatural significance within this already wild and spiritual landscape. It kind of blurs the lines between the physical world and the spiritual, acting as a bridge where the two meet.
Nature holding sacred meaning.
Right. It reinforces the idea that nature itself holds deep sacred meanings, not just pretty views.
And this spiritual connection through nature, that ties into faith too, doesn't it?
It brings us seamlessly to faith and prayer, yes. The novel has pretty overt religious overtones, and the Coleman family's belief system is central.
They believe in the legends.
They believe not only in legends and lore, like the Red Fern legend, but also profoundly in the power of prayer. Billy himself prays constantly for his dogs, for success, for understanding.
And Papa's comment about the fern.
Papa's interpretation of the Red Fern as God's way of helping Billy understand why his dogs died perfectly encapsulates this blend of natural wonder and spiritual belief. It's not just an old story for them. It's seen as divine intervention, a message.
Offering hope.
Offering Billy, and by extension us, the reader, a profound sense of meaning and hope in a moment of truly unimaginable despair. So in this way, the Ozark setting isn't just a backdrop.
It's part of the meaning-making process.
Exactly. It's a living testament to how nature and faith intertwine to provide solace, guidance, and a framework for understanding life's inexplicable hardships.
You know, it makes you think about How many cultures throughout history have found that kind of profound meaning and comfort right there at the intersection of nature and faith?
Especially during times of loss, yeah. It provides solace and a way to frame the inexplicable. It feels like a deeply human response to the mystery of existence.
So, to kind of circle back then, the red fern isn't just a poetic image at the end. It truly functions as this spiritual compass for Billy, guiding him through his grief and into a new understanding of life. It's just a beautifully layered symbol.
Precisely. And to bring it all back together, the red fern is far more than just a beautiful, enigmatic plant appearing at the novel's close. It's a really powerful narrative device.
Like a magnet.
Yeah, like a magnet, drawing together and making sense of nearly all of the novel's core themes. Billy's profound grief, his essential coming-of-age journey, that unparalleled, almost spiritual love he holds for his animals.
The expression is emotion.
The poignant and groundbreaking expression of emotion, yes, and the interwoven roles of nature and faith in finding meaning. It truly marks a sacred spot, not just physically on that hillside, but emotionally and spiritually in Billy's transformative journey.
And that final reflection from older Billy.
Right. Remember older Billy's enduring memory, that feeling that never leaves him. I'm sure the red fern has grown and has completely covered the two little mounds. It wouldn't be hidden from me, for part of my life is buried there too. It's a permanent marker of his growth, of that change.
So, thinking about all this, what does this all mean for you, the listener? We've explored how a single symbol, the red fern, can carry such immense weight.
Yeah, signifying everything from crushing loss and profound grief to spiritual renewal and a deeper understanding of one's place in the world.
So we invite you to maybe reflect on the stories, the places, or even the small personal symbols in your own life. Have there been things that marked significant moments of transformation for you?
Or maybe helped you navigate loss and find a sense of peace or renewal.
Perhaps it's a memento, specific location, maybe even just a memory that holds a similar profound power for you.
It's worth thinking about.
And here's maybe a final thought to mull over. How do these deep dives into classic stories like Where the Red Fern Grows equip us with a richer, maybe more nuanced understanding of these universal human experiences?
How do they offer us a kind of lens?
Yeah, a lens through which to process our own circles of life, and those sometimes ugly or frightening parts, as lit charts call them.
That eventually, maybe through reflection and understanding, give way to new growth and wisdom.
We really encourage you to revisit Where the Red Fern Grows with some of these insights in mind, or perhaps seek out other literature that uses powerful, evocative symbolism to convey the complex yet deeply human emotions that shape us all.